think that amongst the higher levels of students in human design, there's a lot of buzz about left and right. And so there should be, by the way, because it is one of the most profound pieces of information that comes out of the knowledge. And in understanding left and right, not simply understanding it within the personal context of how it affects us individually in our designs and so forth and so on, because that always brings in so many different things. To really see it at the evolutionary level, and in order to be able to grasp what that really means. It appears to me, and this is not something that I was told, so this is just, it appears to me. It's my logical feeling that the evolution of the Homo family, the Homo genus, the long line of our family tree, that this family tree has alternated from left to right historically. That is, going from phases of a dominant species incarnating that is to the left, and a dominant species that follows it, that will go to the right, and so forth and so on. I am deeply, deeply convinced that Neanderthal was a right creature. That is, a receptive rather than a strategic creature. That it was replaced by what we call modern humans, that is the seven-centered being, by what was a purely strategic creature. And here we are in this interregnum. And it is my feeling, it is really my intuition and my logic together, that these interregnums have been there before. That is, these crossover themes, this movement between one species to the next. And what we're dealing with here is that we're dealing with this transition from what we have inherited genetically, that is the left-centric strategic struggle of the form to survive, and what is emerging is the right, and it's not its inability to survive at all, but that survival is not the dynamic theme of its process. In other words, this is something very different. And this movement from the left to the right changes the way in which the understanding of circuit will operate. In other words, it cannot operate in the same way for the right as it does for the left. It is not possible. It can, in a sense, provide a kind of laid out geometry that can be deconstructed, left or right. But this is quite a transition. Let's think about what it is to be human. What it is to be human is that you are pressured, and you are pressured by a certain amount of information that you can access, and that pressure becomes the bedrock of making sense out of and developing ideas about and stimulating others with one's experience or the potential of experience. This is the sharing process. This is the human process. But if we go to the rave, it's the other way around. It's the taking in. And what is opening up here is not pressure going out, but absorption. The opening up of being able to take in all kinds of senseless information. No reason, no formula, and not looking to find sense through the idea, but the deconstruction of the idea into its senseless bits, stored perfectly so they can be reassembled. If I could show you how your mind stores the information you're taking in from me now, you would not be able to translate it. You would not be able to see the relationship. There are no words. There are no words. We do not store words. We do not store sentences. We store sounds. We store inherent genetic grammar. But you wouldn't recognize it. We don't think anything about it. We're just simply focused on the strategic application of any kind of information we have access to. But this is the theme of collect. It is about collection.